These gluten-free hot cross buns are spicy and moist and absolutely delicious. You can make them with raisins or just make them plain. You can spread them with butter or just eat them like that. Either way, they're delicious and they're easy to make. I'm going to show you exactly how it's done. Let's go. The first thing you need to do is add 100 milliliters of water and 100 milliliters of milk into a bowl. Then add 7 grams of dried yeast and sprinkle this with a little bit of sugar. Then let this stand for 5 to 10 minutes until the yeast is activated. Once the yeast is activated, grab another bowl and in there put 350 grams of gluten-free bread flour. Now for this recipe, I'm actually using this bread mix, Schar Bread mix. You can get it on Amazon. There is a link to my Amazon store in the description of this video. Now I don't use this bread mix very often because it's got a lot of added gunk to it, but for this recipe, for hot cross buns that need to hold together really very well, it works incredibly well, so there you go. You can also use Dove's Farm bread flour mix, that works well, but I have to admit that this one works better. So place 350 grams of gluten-free bread flour mix in a bowl, add half a teaspoon of salt, then add 5 grams of psyllium husk powder and 70 grams of sugar. Now grab a whisk and give this a gentle mix. And now we're going to add some spices. Now, depending on your personal preference, you can vary the spices, but here's what I put. I put half a teaspoon of ground cloves, half a teaspoon of ground ginger, 1 teaspoon of cinnamon, 1 teaspoon of ground coriander, and finally a little freshly grated nutmeg. Don't overdo it with the nutmeg. It is quite strong, but it adds a delicious taste to these hot cross buns. And now give this all another good mix so that the spices are really blended in with the flour. Okay, so now your yeast is activated. As you can see, after about 10 minutes, it starts bubbling. That means it's good to go. Add 1 egg and 75 grams of butter. Then add your gluten-free and spice mix. And finally, take a lemon and add the zest of this lemon. If you prefer orange, you could simply add the zest of an orange. At this point, if you like your hot cross buns with raisins, you could add 50 grams of raisins. But I'm going to keep those plain for today. So now what you're going to need to do is give this a good mix. So I'm going to start with a spatula and then I'm going to finish this with my hand mixer and the kneading hooks. So there you go. Once it's roughly together like this, grab a hand mixer, put the kneading hooks on there and then work the dough until it comes together completely. And there you go. It takes a good 5 minutes. It's quite a rough dough to work, but it does come together eventually, as you can see. It smells lovely and spicy. It already smells of hot cross buns. Now, we are going to let the dough rise. So just use the spatula to bring it a little bit together like this. So now we're going to let the dough rise for about 1 to 2 hours. It depends on the warmth and the level of humidity of the room. So just cover this with a clean towel and let it rise for 1 to 2 hours. So after an hour or two, this is what your dough would look like. As you can see, it's risen. It still has stayed quite compact. That's normal with this type of dough, okay? So the next thing you need to do is take a baking tray and line it with a sheet of non-stick baking paper. And now we are going to take little balls of dough and form our hot cross buns just like this. Now, because we use the mix B gluten-free flour, it actually doesn't stick much at all. As you can see, it's relatively easy to make a nice little bun. So just place them on the non-stick baking paper. Make sure that there's a little bit of space in between each bun. And there you go. I've got 10 lovely little buns lined up here. I'm going to let them rise a little bit again. And for this, I'm actually going to cover them in a bit of cling film like this, just to create a nice humid environment. Just cover them like this and let them rest a little bit, just about another hour, just until they've risen again a little bit. So after about an hour, they have risen, and the last thing we need to do is put the crosses on the hot cross buns, and then we're going to cook them. So make sure you preheat your oven at 200 degrees centigrade. Then grab a bowl and put 25 grams of gluten-free flour. Now, I use the same mix that I used for the hot cross buns. And then add a little water. I put about 30 grams of water and give this a mix. There you go, this we do. And now we're going to put this in a piping bag and pipe it onto the hot cross buns. I don't happen to have a piping bag. I don't do piping a lot. So I'm just going to use a very simple, clean little plastic bag. I'm going to put the flour at the bottom of the plastic bag, and then I'm going to push it all the way down to the corner. A bit messy, but it will do. And I'm just going to cut a little opening at the bottom of the plastic bag. There you go. And we have an improvised piping bag. And now all I need to do is squeeze a little bit of a flour mix across just like this. And I'm going to do this on each of these lovely hot cross buns. And there you go, they're ready. All you need to do now is pop them in the oven at 200 degrees for 30 minutes. There you go. Look at this. They are ready. Now there's one last thing I do. As they come out of the oven, I brush them with a little bit of milk. That makes them a little bit more golden. Just give them a quick brush with cold milk as soon as they come out of the oven, and then let them cool down completely before tasting them. And now, as usual, it's tasting time. Let's go. Honestly, they are so delicious. They're not too sweet, but they're just sweet enough. They are spicy. They're really, really delicious. I absolutely love them. Now, a few quick tips. You can freeze them. You can make these ahead, freeze them, just heat them up in the oven a little bit to refresh them when you've defrosted them. They freeze perfectly fine. If you want to add some raisins or some cubed orange peel or lemon peel, you can. That's absolutely fine. I make mine without raisins and without cubed peel, just because my kids don't really like that kind of stuff. If you don't have the patience to make the cross with the flour before you cook them, here's a little cheat code. You could always make the cross with a bit of icing sugar. Just mix a bit of icing sugar with a tiny little bit of water or milk, and then you can make a cross that's kind of sugary. I don't know if this is really an orthodox way of doing it, but it's a little tip that I wanted to share with you. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe. If you did, obviously the free and easy way that you can support this channel is by giving it a like and subscribing if you want to see more of my content. YouTube is very good nowadays at knowing what video you will want to see next. So I highly recommend you go and watch this one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.